Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond and part 3 of my liquid eyeshadow declutter series videos. So I am up to the part where I show you the shadows that I have decided to keep, at least for now. Once I work through the chopping block ones, then I will move on to these and possibly declutter. Some of them will have to wait and see. So I'm just going to quickly start with two that I would use more as a topper or as an inner corner highlight, and they are the Diamond Dew ones from Lime Crime Cosmetics. So yet again, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, and yep, the shade name is so pale. Like, why do they do this to us? I'm probably going to have to insert it. Let me just flick my light off and see if that helps any. No, it did not. But anyway, the other one, no, they're just as bad. So I'll flick my ring light back on and we will just have to, yeah, wait and see until I pop them up on the screen when I do the editing. So, so this very first one, it's quite, like, it has a glitter in it. So that's why it, rather than an all over lid shade, I would be using it more as just an inner corner or a topper. And the second one's more of a solid with a very fine glitter. I guess a bit more like a sequins shade if you were considering a powder. So you can see there, they're both very, very pretty. Maybe not so much an inner corner for that one. It's probably got a bit too much color to it, but the other one for sure inner corner. So there's those two. They're the only two that I have owned, and yeah, I'm keeping both of them for now. These I've never used. They're not liquid eyeshadows, but I kept them in with my liquid eyeshadows. They're the KVD Dazzle sticks. So these, I guess they're more like a shadow stick, but yeah, I would not keep them in with my shadow sticks. I think I decluttered. Did I declutter them? I think I put them aside for now. So that's what they're like. So these are going to be very difficult considering like how hooded my eyes are, that trying to apply these straight off is going to be quite difficult. So I'm assuming I'm going to have to use a brush to apply them, but they are so foiled and so creamy and just, yeah, not liquid. But I'm going to show them anyway. So sorry, I should have given you the shade name. So that one was called Force Field, and this one is called Electro Bolt. So that's what it looks like in the tube. And that one's Electro Bolt there. So both extremely pretty shades. So again, I'll have to use them, see how they perform on the eye. Because they're more of a cream rather than a liquid, I feel they are going to take quite a while to dry down, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I could potentially use those as a liner. I'll have to just find out, so I'll let you know when I get around to that. So then I am going to move to these, which you've seen I'd already decluttered some in the first video. So they're the Glitter Wands by Pinky Rose. So I still have 6 that I kept because they actually have their applicator tips. The first shade is called Sagittarius. So I'm going, and I can tell you straight up, the reason that I am not even hesitating to keep these is because the formula is quite a dry formula, so it will dry down really quickly, and they're all very, very glittery. So I'm not going to have the hassle that I have with normal liquid eyeshadows taking too long to dry down, and hopefully they won't transfer. So that's what I'm saying, that even though I've categorized them into instant declutters, chopping block, and then ones that I'm going to keep, I may not necessarily keep all the ones that I'm keeping, and I may not necessarily declutter all the ones on the chopping block. I guess that's the whole point of chopping block, right? So the second one has no name. So the shade name has come off, the sticker off the bottom. So I should be able to, once I check my spreadsheet, I should be able to check which shade that was and pop it up on the screen. This one is quite a beautiful orange shade, and it is called, so it's Virgo, so you can see there, whereas that is more of a pinky red, that first one. And then we have Aries, so very interesting to see which star sign this one was without the shade name on the bottom. This one is more pink, the Aries one, so that's it there. Then we have, oh, okay, so this one's called just Moon. So it's a silver one. Almost like a white gold shade. Oh, it looks very silver on camera though. Almost reflecting white, but that's just because of the light. And this one's called Sun. So we've got Sun, Moon, and then we have some star sign ones. And this is leaning, rather than orange, more of a gold. So that's it there. So for now, those ones are staying. Down to the last brand of what I'm keeping, and these are the Stila. They're all the Glitter and Glow. So the 4 Shimmer and Glow that I owned, I believe all of them are going. I'm pretty sure these are all Glitter and Glows, and that's because they're a much drier formula than what the Shimmer and Glows are, probably even more so because of the fact that they've been sitting in my drawers for so long. So this very first shade is called Follow the Sun, so I'm now moved up to here. So these are all the little ones that I've got. They're only, where's the millage on here? Let me try and find that. Oh, it doesn't say. What does it? No, I can't find how many mils on the actual packaging. Anyway, you'll be able to see when, this is called Sunset Fire, so I'll hold them up and you'll be able to see the difference between these ones and the full size. Sunset Fire is right there, and then this last one is called Burnished Sienna. So I'll be really interested for people to let me know how they feel about liquid eyeshadows. Have you been sucked in like I have, where they're just, because they're so pretty? So there's the difference between the 2 different sizes, and whether or not you own a lot, you don't own many. Do you like liquid eyeshadows? Have you been like me and decided to declutter a heap of them out of your collection? So this one's called Fairy Tale, but fairy, so is it tail? I knew there was something not right. So not T-A-L-E, but T-A-I-L. So it's really more towards a bronze color. I think some of these are more, they're quite, they're duochromes, but yeah, so that one's not standing out a hell of a lot. This one's called Deception. From memory, this was really, really pretty. Oh, yes. Oh, you know what? Violet Voss. It looks exactly the same on the one of the Violet Voss ones, although when I swatch it, because I can see teal, it looks pink in there, and then when I hold it up, it looks more yellow. So I'm curious. The Violet Voss one is down here. Where is she? So you can see in the tube, that's the 2 of them next to each other. So let's just swatch it next to it. And as I said, to me, it's, well, actually the Violet Voss one is a bit more intense. So they definitely, so it's still got that yellowy sort of shade when you hold it up, and they've both got that teal and pink in them. So interesting, I guess, based on formula, whether or not they will swap. So the next Glitter and Glow is called Enchantress. So the full size ones on here, that's interesting, they have it, they're a 4.5 mil. Did I just miss it on the little ones? Oh, actually it doesn't say it. So this one is called Enchantress. So that's up there. It's a pretty pink one. I still have Kitten Karma. I think Kitten Karma was a very, very popular one in its time. And I think, is this one of the magic? Yeah, this is a Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow. It's got a lot of more glitter in it, because as you can see there, it's very, very sparkly. It's very pretty. This is another Magnificent Metals one, and the shade name is Molten Midnight. Oh my goodness, this is stunning. Talk about a nighttime look. Have a look at that. So that is super, super pretty. Then another one, Magnificent Metals, and the shade name is called Bronzed Bell. I believe these might have been some of the original ones that first came out. I think they're some of the first ones that I ever purchased out of them, so I'm surprised that they're still really good. So that was Bronzed Bell, I mentioned that. This one's called Smoldering Satin, also a Magnificent Metals, but I think from memory it wasn't quite so glittery. Maybe I tell a lie. No, it's still glittery. So there you go. A subtle difference between those two. That one's leaning more pink, but just look how much that like just shimmer. They're absolutely gorgeous. This shade is called Sea Siren, another Magnificent Metals. This might be the one that wasn't. Yeah, so this one isn't glittery as such. So it's up the top there, and it's very shifty as well. Oh, I missed a small one. The small one is next to Not, Notte. Hopefully it's not dried up. Yes, it is. Whether it's worth me trying to revive or not, I don't really know. So that's it there. Probably not. I could give it a go, I suppose. Maybe I'll chuck that in with my chopping block ones and see how we go. And then the last one is in the Magnificent Metals as well, and it is Rose Gold Retro. So let's have a look at this one, and it also looks very glittery. So I definitely think that they were more of the original formula that came out. So that one is that one there. So let me know what you think about the ones I decided to keep versus the ones that are on the chopping block and the ones that are definitely getting decluttered straight off. Interested in any sort of feedback or comments that you have to provide. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this very quick series. I will be working through my Colourpops. I'm actually working through the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows as we speak. So I will be putting all of these back into their drawer, and I'll get to them eventually. Once I get through my Super Shock Shadows, they will not be chopping block versus keeps and declutters. They're either there's just not going to be any chopping block. They'll either be keeping or decluttering. So that's it for now. I do have liquid, a fair few liquid glitters, liners. So I will hopefully get to them at some point too. So let me know if you're interested in these sorts of videos, showing, like, rather than just doing empties and declutters at the end of every 2 or 3 months, whether or not you would like me to do them more as far as product types rather than just dribs and drabs here and there. So of course I would like to put some videos out that is what you would prefer to see. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Bye.